Okay, so this survey is about if you prefer playing in the sand or playing in the snow. So this was the data that was collected and it was put into a graph. Now I want you to look at it and tell me what you notice. Okay, so some things that you might have noticed is 1, 2, 3, 4 people chose that they preferred the sand, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 people chose that they prefer the snow. Another thing that you might have noticed is the number of people who took the survey. So there's two ways that you can do this. You can count all the X's, or I can make my equation. Who can tell me what the 6 represents? Okay, so the 6 represents the number who chose snow, and what does the 4 represent? And the 4 represents the number of people who chose sand. Okay, and my total is 10. So 10 children did the survey. I'm going to count my X's just to check my math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 people took the survey. Okay, so what I want you to look at now is which group has fewer, the number of people who chose sand or the number of people who chose snow. Right, so sand is fewer, and the reason why we know that is because 4 is less than 6, okay? So 4 is the smaller number. 4 is less than 6. Now, I want to know how many fewer kids chose sand than the snow. Okay, so try to figure that out. See what you need to do to figure that out. How many fewer kids chose sand than snow? Okay, so there's a few things that we can do. We can cross out. So I can cross out and match my X's. Okay. That one matches, that one matches, that one matches. I don't have any more X's over here, which means I can't cross out anymore. And this is what I'm left with, 2. So 2 fewer students chose sand than they chose snow. Another thing that you can do is make an equation. Okay, so I want you to think about what the equation I can make. Okay, so you should have thought of 6, which is my bigger number, minus, right, because I want to know how many fewer students chose snow over sand, minus 4, and that equals, draw my picture down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, take away 4, so I'm crossing out 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm left with 2. So 2 fewer people chose sand over snow. This is really hard, okay? So I know this is really hard. Even if we were in the classroom, it would be hard. What I'm gonna do now is we're gonna do something a little bit differently. And we're gonna do what I worked on a little bit yesterday, okay? So I'm gonna give you 1, and then we have to figure out the other side. And we're still working with fewer. So when I say the word fewer, what do you think? Do you think addition or do you think subtraction? Right? Whenever I say fewer, I'm always thinking subtraction. So I'm going to tell you that 7 friends like to play in the snow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 fewer friends like to play in the sand. Does it mean that I'm putting 2? Is that 2 fewer? Let me see if that's 2 fewer. I'm going to match them up. Oh, that doesn't look like 2 fewer. So that can't be right. So I'm not putting the 2 for the sand. And that's where a lot of people make the mistake. They think that that's the answer for the other choice, but it's not. Okay, so I'm going to stick with 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to write it over here. 7 chose snow. 2 fewer than snow chose sand. So if we think of it as a word problem, we can take these words and turn it into an equation. So 7 chose snow. So I'm going to put that here. And 2 fewer than snow chose sand. Well, fewer to me means subtraction. So I'm subtracting something from the number of people who chose snow. And I'm subtracting what number? I'm subtracting the number 2. And that's going to give me, draw my picture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, take away 2. And I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 people chose sand. I'm going to put 5 X's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I can check my work. I can match my X's. And I can see how many are left. And that shows me right here that 2 are left. So there are 2 fewer students who chose sand than they chose snow. Okay, and I'm going to show you one more way that you can do this to show your work. So I'm just going to erase this. I'm going to put my 7 X's over here again because we know that 7 people chose snow. I'm just going to close my door. Okay. And I know that 2 fewer than snow. So if it's 2 fewer than snow, I'm going to get rid of 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that tells me that there are 5 X's on sand. Okay, so those are the different ways that you can show this problem. Now, what I'm going to do is do one more, because like I said, this is really, really tough. We'll stick with sand and snow. Okay, we're just going to use different numbers. And I'm going to stick with fewer. So if I'm sticking with fewer, am I adding or am I subtracting? Okay. All right, 6 students chose we'll go with sand. So 6 students preferred to play in the sand. So 6 sand I'm going to write. 3 fewer students chose snow. So 3 fewer students than sand chose snow. So what am I gonna do now? I always love to think of it as a word problem. So I'm gonna think of it as an equation. Well, if 6 chose sand, I'm gonna put the 6 here, and 3 fewer chose snow, fewer to me means what? I hope you're all saying subtraction. And my number is here. And my unknown, so the number that I don't know is how many chose snow. So I'm gonna do 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna take away 3, 1, 2, 3, and my answer is 3. So 3 students chose snow. I can match it to see, right? So there's the 3 more that chose the sand over the snow. Or I could say 3 fewer, because we're missing 3 over here. They don't match, so 3 fewer friends chose snow over sand. Okay. So I'm going to put up a question that goes along with this lesson. Again, if you guys need help, please write it on the comments. And I'm gonna see everyone on Friday for a Zoom meeting, and we're gonna go over all of this, okay? I will see you guys soon.